The world premiere of Dune Part Two is taking place in London. It's the highly anticipated sequel to the 2021 box office hit movie which stars Timothee Chalamet, Zendaya and Florence Pugh. Katie Spencer caught up with some of the stars on the red carpet.
Absolutely. Look, if you are familiar with the original Frank Herbert book, you'll know that Dune Part One was just half of the book. It wasn't clear really in the beginning whether or not, when the first film came out, whether or not they would be greenlit to make the sequel, because it came out at the end of the pandemic. People weren't going back to the cinemas so much, so it wasn't set in stone that they would be coming back with a sequel. But look, it made so much at the box office. It was this visual spectacle by filmmaker Denis Villeneuve, and look, it is so good to have this film back. I'm not allowed to talk about it. I can't go into too much detail because forms have been signed, but look, if you thought the first was a spectacle, then this is equally impressive, I think I can say. They've also, I mean, look, they've gone to town here. You might be able to see behind us with the staging just alone for this premiere. They've wheelbarrowed in a fair amount of sand, rather appropriately, this being June. And we've been talking throughout the evening with many of the stars. You might be able to flip around us very quickly. You'll see Josh Brolin, who's there, who's returning for the sequel. But yeah, the man at the moment that we are waiting to hear from is Timothee Chalamet. I'm always slightly nervous when you know Timothy is here, but you can't hear the girls screaming. It probably means that he's close and we just can't see him. But we have managed to catch up with quite a few of the stars tonight. Should we take a listen to who we've spoken with?
When I watched the movie, I said I think this might be the best movie I've ever watched in my life, and people will study this movie for a long, long time, removing myself out of it.
It feels like the end of a big chapter in my life to have finally put on screen that book, and now it's done. And I can go back to Canada with Tanya and sleep. It's a mirror that uses the distance of science fiction in order to talk about more serious topic without offending nobody, and because it's fiction.
Look, it is a brilliant return to Dune. It is a real sort of old-fashioned approach to filmmaking. Everything, there was these huge big sets that Denis Villeneuve insisted on. It feels authentic, it feels exciting, and I think for those who loved the first one, you're not going to be disappointed with the second.